6 months from now, you'll either be unrecognizable or in the exact same place wondering why nothing's changed. Most people waste years waiting for motivation. This plan is for people done with waiting. It's built to rip you out of autopilot and force real progress financially, mentally, physically. It's uncomfortable. It's demanding. But if you stick with it, you won't just feel better. You'll be better. In 6 months, your past self won't even recognize you. So the only question is, are you actually ready to change? In a few moments, you'll learn a 6-month plan to rebuild your focus, habits, and life for real. 1. The power of definite purpose. Right now, at this very moment, you stand at the crossroads of destiny. The path you choose today will determine where you'll be 6 months from now. Most people drift through life without direction, but not you. Not anymore. You are about to harness the most fundamental power in the universe, the power of a definite purpose. When you establish a definite major purpose, something miraculous happens in your mind. The scattered forces of your thinking become concentrated, focused like a laser beam on a single target. This concentration of mental energy is the starting point of all achievement. Without it, you are merely existing, not truly living. Think about this. Every great achievement in human history began as a single thought in someone's mind. The mighty skyscrapers, the technological marvels, the artistic masterpieces, all began with a definite purpose. And the same power that built these wonders exists within you right now. Your definite purpose must be specific. Vague wishes produce vague results. Write down exactly what you intend to achieve in the next 6 months. Be precise about what you want, when you want it, and why you want it. This written statement becomes your mental lighthouse, guiding you through storms and darkness toward your destination. Remember, the moment you commit to a definite purpose, unseen forces begin working in your favor. Your subconscious mind becomes programmed for success, recognizing opportunities invisible to others. The universe itself seems to conspire to help those who know exactly what they want. This is not mysticism, it is the practical application of mental law, applied faith and self-confidence. Faith isn't some abstract concept for dreamers. It's the foundation upon which every great achievement in history has been built. Think about it. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every triumph began with someone believing in what others couldn't yet see. This isn't blind faith. This is applied faith, the unstoppable force that transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Listen closely. In these next 6 months, you will face obstacles that appear impossible to overcome. Doubts will creep in. People will question your vision. Your own mind might whisper, maybe this isn't possible. This critical moment, this crossroads of doubt, is precisely where champions are separated from the crowd. Applied faith is your superpower. It's your ability to see beyond current limitations, to hold an unshakable vision when all evidence suggests defeat. Remember Thomas Edison's 10,000 failed attempts before creating the light bulb? That wasn't stubbornness, that was applied faith in action. Your self-confidence is a muscle that grows stronger with each challenge you face head-on. Every time you push through fear, you're not just completing a task, you're reprogramming your entire self-image. This is how ordinary people accomplish extraordinary feats. They aren't fearless, they're fear fighters who take action despite their doubts. Your mind is the most fertile soil on earth, capable of growing whatever you plant within it. Plant doubt and watch failure spread like weeds. Plant faith, water it with consistent action, and success becomes not just possible but inevitable. The choice is yours and yours alone. No outside force can determine what grows in your mental garden without your permission. Start today with one small act of courage. Seek up in that meeting where you'd normally stay silent. Make that call you've been avoiding. Take the first step toward your dream when every instinct screams to wait. These seemingly small victories are rewiring your nervous system, convincing your subconscious that you are capable of greatness. The world's greatest achievers understand this fundamental truth. Faith without action is just wishful thinking, and action without faith is mere motion without meaning. But combine unwavering faith with persistent action, and you become unstoppable. Picture yourself 6 months from now looking back at today as the turning point, the day you chose to believe in possibilities that others couldn't see. That future version of you will thank you for having the courage to bet on yourself when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. Your applied faith isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming someone who sees opportunity where others see obstacles, who finds paths where others see dead ends. This transformation in thinking will impact every area of your life. Remember, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, so make this non-negotiable declaration right now. I choose faith over fear. I choose action over hesitation. I choose to believe in my vision even when no one else can see it. This decision alone puts you in the rare company of achievers who refuse to be defined by their circumstances. The universe responds to conviction. When you move with certainty, the world rearranges itself to match your expectations. Your applied faith is the catalyst that will transform your life in these next 6 months. The question isn't whether these principles work. The question is, are you ready to apply them with everything you've got? 3. Going the extra mile. Look around you. The world is filled with mediocrity. Everywhere you turn, people are doing just enough to get by, just enough not to get fired, just enough to maintain the status quo. But that's not you. Today, you're discovering the single most powerful habit that has created more millionaires, more success stories, and more extraordinary achievements than perhaps any other principle in human history. Going the extra mile isn't just a nice suggestion, it's the fundamental law that separates the exceptional from the average. When you render more service and better service than you're paid for, you activate a universal principle as reliable as gravity itself. What you give returns to you multiplied. Think about it. In a marketplace crowded with average performers, the person who consistently exceeds expectations becomes invaluable. This isn't theory, this is reality. Every employer, every customer, every person in your life is constantly asking one question: what value am I receiving from this relationship? When your answer consistently exceeds their expectations, magic happens. Your reputation begins to precede you. People start talking about you when you're not in the room. You've got to meet this person, they say. They're different, they're exceptional. Suddenly, opportunities aren't something you desperately chase. They hunt you down. Doors that remain closed to others swing wide open for you. This habit creates an immediate psychological advantage that most people never experience. When you know in your heart that you've given more than anyone could reasonably expect, you develop a level of confidence that's absolutely unshakable. This isn't arrogance, it's earned self-assurance that radiates from everything you do. Your work begins carrying the unmistakable mark of excellence that demands attention. In a world of carbon copies, you become an original. People can't help but notice the difference, and they can't help but be drawn to it. Starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, implement this principle in everything you do. If your job requires 8 hours, give 9 of your absolute best. If the standard is 3 sales calls, make 5 with total enthusiasm. If your relationship needs attention, give it abundantly. For just 6 months, make this your non-negotiable standard. The results will astonish you. Opportunities will appear seemingly out of nowhere. People will champion your cause who you didn't even know were watching. Your income, your influence, your impact, all will expand in ways you can hardly imagine. Remember this truth. The extra mile is never crowded. While others are calculating the minimum effort required, you'll be operating at a level they can't comprehend. Yes, it requires temporary sacrifice, but those temporary sacrifices bring permanent rewards. The most successful people in history understood this principle. They didn't just do what was expected, they did what was unexpected. They didn't just meet the standard, they set the standard. And now it's your turn. Make this declaration right now. From this moment forward, I commit to going beyond what's expected. I commit to excellence in everything I touch. I commit to becoming the person who does more than anyone else would do, who gives more than anyone else would give. This decision right here, right now, can become the turning point in your life story. 6 months from today, you'll look back at this moment and realize it was the beginning of an extraordinary transformation. The extra mile isn't just a distance, it's your pathway to greatness, the master key of persistence. In the grand arena of human achievement, one quality stands supreme above all others: persistence. Look at any success story that inspires you, and beneath the surface, you'll find someone who simply refused to quit when everyone else folded. This isn't just another success principle. This is the master key that unlocks every door standing between you and your dreams. Here's the shocking truth most people never discover. The majority of failures happen just steps away from breakthrough. Think about that. People quit when they're literally inches from the finish line, never realizing that one more push, one more day, one more attempt would have transformed everything. This tragic pattern stops with you right now. Your commitment for these next 6 months must be unbreakable. You will persist until you succeed, period. Temporary defeats, they're just tests of your resolve. Setbacks, merely setups for your comeback. The universe is asking one question: how badly do you want this? Your persistence answers with thundering conviction. Redefine failure in your mind forever. Failure isn't an event, it's a judgment you pass on yourself when you quit. Thomas Edison found 10,000 ways that didn't work before creating the light bulb. Was that 10,000 failures? It was 10,000 steps toward inevitable success. When you embrace this mindset, every obstacle transforms into a stepping stone carrying you higher. Persistence flows naturally from a burning desire that overwhelms temporary discomfort. When your why is powerful enough, the how becomes merely a detail. Ask yourself, is my desire hot enough to burn through obstacles? Does it wake me up early and keep me up late? If not, reconnect with your deepest motivation until it consumes you. The formula is timeless. Burning desire, definite action, persistent effort despite repeated setbacks. This sequence has created every fortune, built every empire, and transformed every life worth remembering. And now it's your formula for the next 6 months. Build your persistence muscle daily with small victories that compound over time. Each completed task, each step forward, no matter how tiny, reinforces your determination. Celebrate these wins. They're the building blocks of your ultimate triumph. Consider how water soft, yielding water cuts through solid rock not through force but through persistent action. The human will, properly directed and maintained, is even more unstoppable. While talent gets attention, persistence gets results. Remember this truth that few will ever grasp. The persistent few accomplish what the talented many never attempt. History doesn't remember the gifted who quit, it reveres the determined who persisted. Colonel Sanders was rejected many times before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. Their response? Persistence that defied all logic and outlasted all rejection. Make this non-negotiable commitment right now. I will persist without exception. I will continue when continuing seems impossible. I will transform temporary defeat into permanent victory through unwavering persistence. 6 months from now, looking back on this moment, you'll recognize it as the turning point, the day you claimed the master key of persistence and unlocked doors you once thought impenetrable. The persistent aren't just participants in life, they're conquerors. And that's exactly what you're becoming, starting right now. 5. The power of controlled attention. In today's world, your most valuable resource isn't money, connections, or even time, it's your attention. Make no mistake about it, while others scatter their mental energy across 1,000 distractions, your ability to laser focus your attention will catapult you beyond competitors and transform your life in these next 6 months. The average person's attention is fractured into tiny, worthless fragments, which is precisely why concentrated attention has become the rarest, most precious form of human capital on earth. Your mind operates exactly like a garden. It will grow whatever you plant within it. But left unattended, mental weeds quickly take over. Negative thoughts, useless distractions, and energy-draining activities that steal your potential and sabotage your progress. Starting today, you must become the vigilant gardener of your own mind. Each morning, direct your attention deliberately to your definite purpose. Visualize your success with crystal clarity. Feel the emotions of achievement as if it's already happened. This isn't some new age fantasy. This is strategic mental programming that literally rewires your neural pathways to guide your actions throughout the day. Guard your information diet with the same vigilance you would guard your body from poison. The news cycle and even well-meaning friends can flood your consciousness with toxic negativity that undermines everything you're building. Be ruthlessly selective about what you allow into your mind during these transformative 6 months. Multitasking is the great deception of our age. Research proves conclusively that it destroys productivity, increases errors, and burns mental energy at an alarming rate. Develop the success habit of complete concentration on one important task at a time. When you work, work with undivided attention. When you rest, rest completely. This powerful rhythm generates maximum output while preventing the burnout that sidelines so many driven individuals. Remember this fundamental truth. Attention naturally follows interest. The secret to maintaining focus isn't willpower, it's fascination. Deepen your interest in your definite purpose by studying it from every possible angle. Learn everything you can about your goal until it becomes an obsession that naturally commands your attention. Make this declaration right now. I am taking complete control of my attention. I refuse to let the world dictate where my mental energy goes. My focused attention becomes my superpower for the next 6 months. This single decision to master your attention will accelerate your progress more dramatically than perhaps any other change you could make. While others remain distracted, scattered, and confused, your controlled attention becomes the unstoppable force driving you toward your 6-month transformation. 6. Creative vision and imagination. The most powerful force in the universe isn't atomic energy, it's imagination. Every skyscraper, every technological marvel, every fortune ever built began as a single thought in someone's mind. For the next 6 months, your creative imagination becomes your ultimate competitive advantage in a world of followers and copycat. Think about this. The Wright brothers imagined human flight when everyone knew it was impossible. There are 2 types of imagination you must harness immediately. First, synthetic imagination, the ability to rearrange existing pieces into new combinations. This is how Ford revolutionized manufacturing. Second, creative imagination, the mysterious faculty that connects you with infinite intelligence, bringing forth entirely new concepts that change everything. Both are essential to your 6-month transformation. Your imagination operates at maximum power in a state of relaxed concentration, what athletes call the zone. Starting today, carve out 20 sacred minutes daily for quiet reflection. During this time, pose powerful questions to your subconscious. How can I double my impact? What approach haven't I considered? Then release these questions before sleep, allowing your mental factory to work overtime while you rest. Have you noticed how breakthrough ideas often arrive during your morning shower or while driving? That's your subconscious delivering solutions in those peaceful moments between sleep and wakefulness. This isn't coincidence, it's your creative faculty operating exactly as designed. Begin right now using your imagination practically. Visualize the completion of your 6-month goal with vivid, sensory-rich detail. See it not as some distant possibility, but as present reality. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and actual ones. This psychological law becomes your secret weapon for programming inevitable success. When obstacles appear, and they will appear, immediately transform them with this powerful question: how can I turn this challenge to my advantage? This single question activates creative faculties that reveal hidden opportunities invisible to the logical mind. While others see roadblocks, you'll see stepping stones. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Einstein was considered a slow learner. Their imagination revealed possibilities others couldn't see, and now it's your turn to see beyond limitations. Remember, your imagination is limitless, but like any muscle, it requires daily exercise. Feed it constantly with reading from diverse fields, keen observation, and experiences outside your comfort zone. The richer your mental library, the more raw material your creative genius has to work with. Make this declaration right now. My imagination is my most powerful asset. I commit to developing it daily, seeing possibilities where others see limitations, and creating my future in advance through the power of creative vision. This commitment alone to harness your creative imagination will accelerate your 6-month transformation beyond what you currently believe possible. While others remain stuck in what is, you'll be creating what could be, and that makes all the difference in the world. Emotional intelligence and self-discipline. Your emotional intelligence will determine your destiny far more powerfully than your IQ, technical skills, or connections combined. While others focus solely on knowledge, you are about to master the true driving force behind all human achievement, the ability to recognize, understand, and direct your emotional states. The world's most extraordinary achievers share one critical quality: they don't let emotions happen to them, they choose their emotional responses with strategic precision. This isn't some soft skill, this is the master key that unlocks every door to your success. Your transformation begins with emotional self-awareness. Starting today, become the vigilant observer of your own emotional states. What triggers send you spiraling into fear? What situations ignite anger? Which interactions drain your confidence? These emotional patterns have been sabotaging your progress more effectively than any external obstacle ever could. When Andrew Carnegie built his empire, he wasn't emotionally reactive, he was emotionally strategic. When Walt Disney faced rejection after rejection, he didn't surrender to discouragement, he transformed it into determination. Their secret wasn't absence of emotion, it was mastery of emotion. Develop the game-changing habit of emotional self-discipline. This means choosing your emotional responses rather than being hijacked by automatic reactions. When disappointment strikes, and it will strike, immediately counter with determination. When fear arises, instantly transform it into calculated action. When anger flares, channel it into productive energy that fuels your mission. Never forget this critical truth: emotions are contagious. The people surrounding you are either elevating your emotional climate or poisoning it. For these transformative 6 months, deliberately seek out positive, ambitious individuals whose energy lifts you higher. Simultaneously, limit exposure to chronic complainers and doom prophets who drain your emotional batteries. Your emotional state isn't fixed, It's trainable. Just as elite athletes condition their bodies through disciplined practice, you must condition your emotional responses through visualization, powerful affirmations, and strategic exposure to content that fuels your fire. Within weeks, these emotional habits will operate automatically, propelling you towards success rather than holding you back. The highest form of emotional intelligence, the form that will accelerate your transformation exponentially, is empathy. The ability to genuinely understand others' perspectives and feelings will enhance every relationship in your life. When people feel truly understood by you, they naturally want to champion your success, open doors for you, and contribute to your vision. Make this unshakable declaration. I am taking complete responsibility for my emotional states. I refuse to let temporary feelings derail my permanent success. My emotions serve me. I do not serve them. This single commitment to master your emotional intelligence will create more opportunity, open more doors, and generate more results in the next 6 months than perhaps any other decision you could make. While others remain emotional victims, you are becoming an emotional victor. Strategic planning and organized effort. Your dreams are not a lottery ticket. They're blueprints waiting for a master builder you. In a world where most people throw themselves against walls of resistance with nothing but hope and hustle, you're about to discover the hidden doorway that leads straight to your destination. The difference between exhaustion and excellence isn't working harder, it's working with surgical precision. Picture this: 6 months from now, standing at the summit you've only imagined until now. The view isn't a miracle, it's the mathematical result of your systematic approach. Your first power move: fracture the intimidating mountain of your 6-month vision into weekly stepping stones. Then crush those stones into daily pebbles you can hold in your hand each morning. Suddenly, the impossible becomes inevitable. Each day becomes a winnable game with clear rules and visible progress. The night before becomes your secret weapon. While others stumble into their mornings searching for direction, you'll wake up with your battle plan already crafted. Your subconscious mind, the most powerful problem solver you possess, will have been working overtime while you sleep, connecting dots and creating solutions you couldn't see in the light of day. Champions aren't born in the spotlight, they're forged in the reflection of weekly review. These aren't casual glances backward, they're strategic reconnaissance missions. What strategies yielded gold? What activities produced only fool's gold? This weekly ritual prevents you from being the definition of insanity, repeating the same actions while expecting different results. But here's where most potential remains just that: potential. The planning trap: beautiful strategies sitting in pristine notebooks while real life passes by. Your edge: the immediate execution principle. Perfect action tomorrow will always lose to imperfect action today. Movement creates momentum, and momentum creates magic. Launch now. Adjust in flight. Your accountability circle becomes your psychological home field advantage. When you verbalize your commitments to your mastermind allies, you're programming yourself for completion. The knowledge that someone is waiting for your victory report creates an internal pressure that silences the whispers of procrastination. The unfinished project graveyard is where dreams go to die. Each incomplete initiative doesn't just sit dormant, it actively drains your mental battery, creating a low-grade anxiety that follows you everywhere. Your new power habit: complete or consciously abandon. No more half-finished symphonies collecting dust. This single principle will unlock reserves of creativity and productivity you never knew you had. The transformation awaiting you isn't just about achievement, it's about becoming a person who achieves. Systems create success. Success creates fulfillment, and fulfillment creates a life of meaning. The question isn't whether this system works. The question is, will you? Your 6-month countdown starts now. 9. The habit of health and vitality. Your body isn't just flesh and bone, it's the command center of your entire operation. While everyone focuses on strategies and mindset, they're ignoring the fundamental truth. Your physical vessel determines how far and fast you'll travel on this success journey. When your body breaks down, everything breaks down. When your body thrives, everything thrives. Let's get brutally honest. You cannot outwork a neglected foundation. The most brilliant business strategy crumbles when executed by an exhausted, nutritionally deprived mind. Your competition isn't just other players in your field, it's the version of yourself operating at full capacity. Starting today, commit to daily movement that lights you up from the inside. This isn't about punishment or checking boxes, it's about creating an energy surplus that fuels every other aspect of your life. Walk, swim, lift, dance. The form doesn't matter. What matters is that it happens every single day, non-negotiable. Each movement session is depositing energy into an account you'll draw from when challenges arise. Your nutrition isn't just food, it's information for your cells. Every bite is programming your body's operating system. For the next 6 months, become the nutritional CEO of your life. Eliminate the foods that create brain fog and energy crashes. They're not just unhealthy choices, they're active saboteurs of your potential. Each week, make one positive upgrade to your fuel system. Small hinges swing big doors. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's your secret weapon. Those 8 hours aren't downtime. They're when your internal restoration team works overtime. While you're dreaming, your brain is building new neural pathways and solving problems you couldn't crack during waking hours. Your muscles are repairing, your immune system is strengthening. Design your sleep sanctuary with the same attention you'd give to designing your business strategy. Master the rhythm of work and recovery. Your brain functions like a sprinter, not a marathon runner. 90 minutes of focused intensity followed by genuine recovery creates exponentially more output than 8 hours of continuous partial attention. Those strategic breaks aren't weakness, they're the secret to sustainable peak performance. Remember this, health practices compound more dramatically than any investment portfolio. The decisions you make today about your physical well-being don't just impact tomorrow, they reshape your capacity 5, 10, 20 years from now. While others are burning out, you'll be burning bright. Your body is sending you messages every day. Are you listening? Fatigue, brain fog, mood swings. These aren't normal conditions to power through. They're warning lights on your dashboard. 6 months from now, you won't just have transformed your external results. You'll be operating from an entirely different physical foundation. Your energy will be the envy of everyone around you. Your mental clarity will cut through problems like a laser. Your emotional resilience will weather storms that would have once capsized you. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your energy, and that energy begins with the temple you're living in. Your physical transformation starts now, not Monday, not tomorrow, this moment. The principle of cooperation and relationship building behind every self-made success story stands an invisible army of supporters, advocates, and door openers. The myth of the lone wolf achiever isn't just wrong, it's dangerous to your growth potential. Your next breakthrough isn't hiding in a strategy or tactic, it's waiting in the connections you haven't made yet. Starting today, become a master of genuine curiosity. While everyone else plays the exhausting game of wait for my turn to speak, you'll play a different game entirely. Lean in, listen deeply. Remember details that others forget. Follow up on the personal story they shared last month. Watch what happens when you become the rare person who makes others feel truly seen and heard. This isn't just good manners, it's strategic brilliance that separates you from the endless parade of self-absorbed networkers. Transform relationship building from random chance to deliberate practice. Who are the 5 key individuals whose support would rocket launch your progress? Now flip the script. How can you become indispensable to them first? The universe operates on an unbreakable law of reciprocity. Every authentic contribution you make creates an invisible thread pulling support back toward you, not manipulatively, but magnetically. Your new superpower, becoming a recognition specialist. Look around. People are starving for genuine appreciation in a world that takes them for granted. When you develop the habit of specifically acknowledging others' efforts, strengths, and contributions, not with empty flattery, but with precise observation, you become a source of emotional nourishment. And humans naturally move toward what nourishes them. Understand this truth. Relationship capital compounds more powerfully than any financial investment. Each positive interaction, each kept promise, each thoughtful follow-up, these aren't just nice gestures, they're strategic deposits into accounts that will fund your future opportunity. While others focus exclusively on skills and strategies, you'll be building an invisible support network that catches you when you fall and catapults you when you're ready to leap. Make this your relationship signature, impeccable word keeping. We live in the age of casual cancellations and conveniently forgotten commitments. When you become the person who does what they say every single time without exception, you instantly separate yourself from 95% of the population. This isn't just about integrity as a moral virtue, it's about becoming a certainty in an uncertain world. Remember, the quality of your life will ultimately match the quality of your relationships. Your income, opportunities, and impact will rarely exceed the strength of your relational foundation. 6 months from now, your most valuable asset won't be found in your bank account or your skill set. It will be in the web of human connections you've strategically and authentically cultivated. While others wonder why doors aren't opening, you'll have personal doorkeepers ushering you through. The question isn't whether you need relationship capital. The question is whether you're deliberately building it or casually ignoring the most powerful success accelerator available to you. Your relationship revolution begins right now. Who's the first person you'll surprise with your genuine interest today? 11. The habit of personal initiative and action. In the silent moments between your thoughts, a question whispers, will you be the author of your story or merely a character in someone else's? The dividing line between those who lead and those who follow isn't talent, it isn't luck, it isn't privilege or opportunity. It's a singular quality that can be developed by anyone, anywhere, starting right now: initiative. Look around you. The world is neatly divided between those who wait for permission and those who grant themselves permission, between those who say someone should and those who say I will, between those paralyzed by the question, what if I fail, and those energized by the question, what if I succeed? Your transformation begins with this radical truth. Fear isn't a stop sign, it's a compass pointing directly toward your next growth opportunity. While others retreat from discomfort, you'll advance toward it. Starting today, identify the conversation you've been avoiding, the call you've been postponing, the project you've been delaying, and move toward it with unstoppable momentum. Each fear conquered rewires your neural pathways, transforming hesitation into immediate action. Decision paralysis is the silent killer of dreams. How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers while you were busy overthinking? Your new success habit: make decisions with lightning speed and defend them with unwavering commitment. This doesn't mean recklessness, it means recognizing that a good decision now beats a perfect decision later. Every moment spent in indecision is energy drained from your success reservoir. Ask yourself daily, what additional action can I take on my own initiative that propels me forward? Then do it immediately. No permission needed, no validation required. This single practice separates dreamers from achievers. While others wait for perfect conditions, you'll be creating conditions through relentless action. But remember this critical distinction: initiative without preparation is like sailing without a compass, energetic but directionless. The universe rewards the prepared mind. Dedicate sacred time each day to sharpening your skills, expanding your knowledge, and strengthening your relationships. When lightning strikes, and it will, you'll be holding the metal rod, not hiding from the storm. The world instinctively clears a path for those who move with certainty. Have you noticed how obstacles seem to multiply for the hesitant but dissolve for the decisive? It's not coincidence, it's the magnetic power of initiative. When you move confidently in the direction of your dreams, the universe conspires to assist you. Resources appear, mentors emerge, opportunities reveal themselves. The next 6 months represent a crossroads in your journey. To your left lies the comfortable path of business as usual, safe, predictable, and ultimately regrettable. To your right lies the path of transformation, challenging, exhilarating, and ultimately rewarding beyond measure. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You've become the person who acts while others analyze, who decides while others debate, who creates while others critique. The power dynamic in every room you enter has subtly shifted. People look to you for direction. Opportunities seek you out rather than the other way around. This transformation isn't mysterious, it's mathematical. Each initiative you take compounds upon the last, creating an unstoppable momentum that eventually becomes your reputation. There goes someone who makes things happen. The world doesn't reward those who have the best intentions or the brightest ideas. It rewards those who take action. Consistent, courageous, unprecedented action. Your initiative muscle strengthens with each use. Start small if you must, but start immediately. Send the message, make the request, take the risk, share the idea, launch the project. The size of the action matters less than the immediacy of its execution. Remember, in the story of your life, this chapter, these next 6 months can be just a forgettable transition or the pivotal turning point where everything changed. The principles are timeless. The method is proven. The only variable is you. Your moment is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. This very moment. What will your next move be? The mastermind principle. Your greatest breakthroughs aren't waiting in a book, a course, or a strategy. They're waiting in the minds of others. Look at history's giants. They never stood alone. Edison had his circle of brilliant thinkers. Disney surrounded himself with imaginative dreamers. Behind every self-made success story hides the invisible force that the average person completely misses: the mastermind. You've been taught to believe the myth of individual achievement, to think that success is a solo journey. But what if that's the very lie keeping you stuck? What if your next quantum leap isn't about working harder, but connecting smarter? When two minds unite with absolute purpose, they don't just add their power, they multiply it. The mastermind effect isn't one, it's the creation of an invisible third force that elevates everyone involved beyond their individual capabilities. Think about it. Right now, someone holds the exact piece of knowledge that would solve your biggest challenge. Someone has already navigated the exact obstacle that's stopping you. Someone has the connection that could open the door you've been hammering on for years. They're walking around with your answers. The only question is, are you connected to them? Take inventory today. Who are the 5 people who share your vision but bring different strengths to the table? The visionary who sees possibilities you miss. The analyzer who spots flaws in your plans before they become costly mistakes. The connector who knows exactly who you need to meet. The implementer who turns ideas into action while you're still dreaming. This isn't networking. This isn't casual coffee meetings. This is the deliberate construction of your personal success infrastructure. Your family is your first mastermind opportunity. Are you aligned in perfect harmony with those under your roof, or is there silent resistance draining your energy before you even leave home each day? Transform your family into your first-line support system through open communication and shared vision. Your workplace presents your second mastermind opportunity. Who are the colleagues whose skills complement yours perfectly? Form an alliance, formal or informal, where everyone advances together. The days of lone wolf success are dead. Today's world rewards collaborative genius. But don't stop there. Reach higher. Who has already achieved what you're still working toward? These are your potential mentors, the accelerators of your journey. 1 hour with the right mentor can save you a year of painful trial and error. Remember, when the founding fathers gathered to sign the Declaration of Independence, they weren't just putting names on parchment. They were forging the most powerful mastermind alliance in modern history, one that created a nation and changed the world. 56 minds united in purpose generated power that continues to reverberate centuries later. Your mastermind may not create nations, but it will absolutely create your new reality over these next 6 months. Here's the brutal truth. Your current results directly reflect the quality of minds you're connected to. Want different results? Connect to different minds. The lone genius is a myth. The connected genius is unstoppable. Every major breakthrough in your life will come through people. The right people, aligned in perfect harmony toward shared objectives. The mastermind principle isn't just a success strategy. It's the fundamental operating system of human achievement. Starting today, approach every relationship with this question. How can we create value together that neither of us could create alone? This single question will transform your approach to every interaction. In 6 months, you won't just have different results, you'll have a personal success ecosystem, generating opportunities you can't even imagine right now. While others are beating their heads against walls alone, you'll be leaning on the collective wisdom, connections, and power of your mastermind alliance.